Kakanthing apesnith klabthakchik adwa sangpralad tipundin. Leasing thiliximpubnik vomid mikaisingthem nisawardaihan. Kani siruxmi, wapetidanthikun hayabsunan midamixeratunkan mafrikung munkahunksiu. Kakanthing apesnith klabthakchik adwa sangpralad tipundin. Leasing thiliximpubnik vomid mikaisingthem nisawardaihan. Kani siruxmi, wapetidanthikun hayabsunan midamixeratunkan mafrikung munkahunksiu. And then, the blue light exploded upward. It burst into the air with a silent force, as if the night had inhaled sharply. The sparks shot outward in thin, straight lines, slicing through the darkness like cold lightning. Liam staggered back, finally able to move his legs. His boots scraped the soil. His palms trembled violently. The crack widened with a deep, tearing sound. The noise vibrated inside his chest. It felt like a living heartbeat beneath the ground. A shape rose slowly from the widening gap. Not fully visible, not fully formed, just a mass of swirling shadow wrapped in blue light. The sparks moved around it with strange precision. They circled it in perfect patterns, as if protecting it, or summoning it, or warning him. Liam felt the cold tighten around his ribs. He tried to steady his breathing. Every inhale stung his throat like frost. The shape twisted. It looked as if it was trying to pull itself upward, but the weight of the earth resisted. The air around it rippled like heat waves, even though the cold around Liam deepened. A low, humming sound filled the forest. It rolled through the trees, shaking leaves loose from the branches. The leaves fluttered downward like silent, dark snow. Liam took another step back. The ground beneath him felt unsteady, as if the soil did not know where it belonged anymore. The shape finally lifted itself above the crack. It towered over him, yet it did not seem solid. Its form shifted constantly, as if made from smoke and the memory of something once alive. Blue sparks clung to its surface. They flickered like tiny trapped stars. The light illuminated hints of details that vanished before he could understand them. Something like an arm extended. Long. Thin. Too thin. The limb bent in ways that made no sense. Liam's eyes burned from staring. He forced himself not to blink. His instincts screamed at him to run, but his body refused to obey. Fear held him still, as if the air itself shackled his legs. A soft sound escaped the creature. Not a growl, not a whisper. Something in between. A sound that carried a feeling of curiosity and hunger at the same time. The creature lowered its head. If it even had a head. The shadows shifted into a shape that resembled one. Blue sparks dripped from its surface like falling embers. The creature leaned closer. Liam felt a wave of cold brush across his face. It was so intense that his skin tightened painfully. He felt as if shards of ice pressed into his cheeks. The creature inhaled. A slow, deep intake of air. As if it was smelling him. Testing him, trying to understand what he was made of. The humming sound grew deeper. The ground trembled again. Roots snapped beneath the soil and curled upward like frightened snakes. The trees surrounding the clearing bent slightly toward the creature. Their branches seemed to bow, or submit. Liam felt a strange pressure push against his temples. A faint ringing filled his ears. His vision sharpened and blurred in rapid bursts. The creature released a shuddering breath. Its cold air spread across the clearing. The grass around Liam wilted instantly. Its blades curled and darkened into brittle, lifeless strands. The creature raised one shadowed limb. It extended its long fingers toward Liam. Each finger glowed faintly at the tips, illuminated by the sparks that clung to them. Liam felt an invisible weight press against his chest. It pushed him backward a step. Then another. Then stopped suddenly, as if the creature wanted to control his movement precisely. He tried to speak. His throat tightened painfully. No sound came out. The creature tilted its head in a slow, unnatural motion. Its fingers moved closer. He felt the cold reach out from them before they touched him. The blue sparks brightened. They floated between his chest and the creature's hand. The sparks vibrated rapidly, as if caught between two worlds. The creature's fingers reached his shirt. One finger brushed the fabric. A jolt of cold shot through Liam's body. He gasped silently. His heart pounded against his ribs with painful force. His vision dimmed at the edges. The creature leaned closer. Its shadowed form filled his entire sight. He could smell the strange sweetness in its breath. It was thick and sickening. Like rotting fruit mixed with smoke. The creature touched him again. This time, the cold rushed into his chest. It felt like liquid ice spreading through his veins. His muscles tightened and trembled. A soft whisper echoed inside his mind. Not in his ears. Inside his head. A voice without shape or tone. It spoke one word. A word that felt ancient. A word that did not belong in human language. Liam stumbled backward, shocked by the sound inside his mind. The creature straightened slowly. Its shadow swirled around its body like smoke caught in a storm. The blue sparks formed a thin line that connected Liam's chest to the creature's hand. The line pulsed softly. With each pulse, Liam felt the humming reached its highest pitch. It shook the air. It rattled the trees. It pressed against Liam's bones with a deep, vibrating pressure. The creature hovered above him. Its shadow wrapped around his body like a cold, living fog. The blue sparks formed a trembling sphere between them, pulsing with unnatural light. For a moment, Liam felt certain that the creature would take him. He felt the pull in his chest tighten. He felt his breath thinning into shallow gasps. He felt his heartbeat slowing under the crushing cold. But then the creature paused. The sparks dimmed slightly. The humming softened. The creature leaned closer, as if studying his face with new intention. The shadows around its form shifted slowly, revealing faint details. Not monstrous. Not human. Something lost. Something searching. Liam felt the pressure in his chest ease. The blue line between them flickered. The pull weakened. A strange calm settled over the clearing. The cold air softened, losing its sharp bite. The forest seemed to breathe again. The creature lifted its hand from Liam's chest. The sparks detached from him and rose gently into the air. They floated upward like tiny fragments of broken starlight. Liam inhaled deeply. Warmth returned slowly to his arms. His heartbeat found its rhythm again. The creature straightened. Its shadowed form swayed like smoke in a quiet breeze. The blue sparks circled it in slow, gentle spirals. For the first time, Liam sensed no hostility. Only a silent message. A quiet warning. A reminder that some mysteries beneath the earth are meant to remain undisturbed. The creature stepped back toward the glowing crack. Its body faded into the swirling shadow that waited below. The blue sparks followed it, drifting downward like whispering embers. The humming faded into a soft, distant echo. The crack began to close. The pale blue glow narrowed into a thin line. Then into a single point. And then it vanished completely. Silence returned. True silence. Not heavy. Not threatening. Just peaceful. Liam remained on his knees for a long moment. The forest felt different. Lighter. As if it had released a long-held breath. He slowly pushed himself to his feet. His legs trembled, but the strength returned gradually. He looked at the ground where the crack had been. Only dark soil remained. Cold, but ordinary. The trees no longer leaned inward. Their branches swayed softly in the returning breeze. The scent of old rust faded into the natural smell of earth and leaves. Liam stepped back toward the path. The night no longer felt hostile. The darkness no longer felt alive. He lifted his broken flashlight. It flickered once. A single weak spark blinked in the bulb. Then it died completely. Liam let out a slow exhale. He walked down the trail with careful steps. The forest watched quietly but without malice. Above him, the sky opened with scattered stars. Their cold light comforted him. He felt small beneath them, but safe. At the edge of the trail, he paused. He took one last look at the woods behind him. Nothing moved. Everything was calm. And yet, deep in his chest, he felt a quiet truth. The creature had spared him. But it had not vanished forever. It had returned to its place beneath the earth. Waiting, listening, guarding whatever mystery Liam had stumbled upon. He turned away from the forest. He walked toward the faint light of the distant town. The night slowly softened behind him. And the spark in the dark remained only as a memory. A reminder that the world holds wonders and shadows beyond human understanding. Liam did not look back again. He did not need to. He had seen enough. He had survived. And the forest kept its silence. Dash dash dash.